Welcome to Durbania. I'm Durbin.
I'm the Cholo Nerd.
The Cholo Nerd has returned.
I'm back.
And we are going to nerd out on Doctor Strange. I think that's a thumbnail right there. Like, we don't have to pose later for that now. Right? That was really cool.
We just kind of did that on the spot.
I know.
You're good to go.
So, Doctor Strange.
That was awesome.
I don't even know where to start with Doctor Strange. That was really, really good.
I felt like I was on, like, acid or something.
Oh my gosh,
the
yes.
whole movie, like,
yes.
It really messes with your mind. It was great, though. Like,
I think there was only one part where I felt dizzy, and it was during the New York chase.
Yes.
Yes. By the way, this is our spoiler talk for Doctor Strange, in case we didn't make that clear.
Yeah, and don't do drugs.
And don't do drugs. That's bad. Or drive and text.
Yes.
Or drive and look at x-rays on your phone screen while going on a curvy road racing no one.
Yeah, you don't need to do, like, evaluations.
Yes.
While you're on your way to a party or whatever it is.
You know, one of the things that I really liked about this movie is just the way it opened, and we get to meet Doctor Strange. First off, Benedict Cumberbatch without the British accent. Took a second to get used to it, but I did. But they did... it was kind of weird. I felt like things moved really fast in the beginning, but they did a really good job with it, because you get that opening scene and you see he's freaking arrogant. He's egotistical, and that's why he's looking at those x-rays and driving, because he's looking for cases that will elevate his career and his posterity.
He's a different type of cocky.
Yes. Yeah. But it's funny, though, because even though he's that cocky, there were still some funny, humorous things in the beginning. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but just enough that as you're watching it, you know, he's got a charm, and you like him.
Yeah.
But that was one of the things I liked, was just, in the beginning, kind of watching it move fast. But what was weird was, like, I was back and forth on that, because, like, you know, one moment he's fine, the next moment he's in the accident. And I liked, though, just them showing the montage of the doctors that he tried.
Yeah.
And the money he shelled out. They didn't go too much into that, but, you know, got to see his hands shaking, and kind of felt the impact of that, because you see his whole life is built on that, and now it's crumbled down.
And you got to see, like, he became desperate. He, like, spent every penny he had.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to get what he had before. Like, he wanted that life back.
Yeah. And what's interesting was, like, it got so bad. So Rachel McAdams, who was Christine, that one point where they're yelling in the apartment right before, you know, he leaves New York, and he's like, "This is the part where you leave."
Yeah, that was pretty dirty, man.
I mean, was.
Dang, he just straight out, you know he loves her, and he's just like being a jerk.
But I couldn't believe how arrogant and egotistical that he just got to that point that he couldn't even accept anything good from her. Right? And so he just totally rejected the one person caring about him.
She brought him food.
Yes.
And so it's like, dude, who doesn't love...
She shaved him.
She shaved him.
Yes, because he couldn't... And that was the other thing that was like, you know, here's this guy who's a pristine brain surgeon and neurosurgeon and spinal surgeon, and then he goes in to shave after his accident, and it's like, don't do it, man.
Right?
Don't do it. Like, that would have been bad.
Oh, he would have been all scarred up. Yeah.
Not just on his hand.
No, not just on his hand.
He would have been Two-Face.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That's a different universe, though. What do you think of the ancient one?
The ancient one, at first I was laughing when you get the introduction from the ancient one. You're like,
oh, yes.
He's like, "Oh, thank you for the tea." Ooh, what is this? It's just tea, you know. It's like, oh, dang. He's like, "Oh, thank you." And he starts talking to the guy, and then like the guy gets up, and you're like, "What? I'm the ancient one." You're like, "What the heck? Like, why is the ancient one serving me tea? Aren't you the one supposed to be sitting there with like steam coming up and all that? You know."
It's funny, though. I feel like that would have had more impact if we didn't already know who the Ancient One was from the trailer.
Yes.
But we already knew from the trailer that Tilda Swinton was the Ancient One, and so by the time we get in there and, you know, we had this whole hilarious fake out of him talking to this old guy and getting tea, and it's not the Ancient One. It's like, well, we know that.
But what I did like is how she kept trying to open up his mind. Like, quit using your brain to figure things out. Like... You know, like, because, you know, a lot of people, like, will do that. They're like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Well, let me calculate this. And, and then she's like, let me open up your mind. Yeah. You're looking through the world like this, you know.
You need to be looking through this.
And he still wasn't getting it.
No, he still wasn't getting it. Then she just, like, touches his brain.
Goodbye.
Just like in the trailer. And there he goes on the acid trip of acid trips.
That was the greatest acid trip
anyone
can ever go on.
It reminded me of Ant-Man.
Yeah.
When he got really small at the end of the movie and he was going through all the molecules and things like that.
It got all weird.
Yeah,
and awesome.
It was trippy like that for me.
Yeah.
Like, holy cow, this is weird.
Oh, it was totally weird, but it was awesome.
Yes. And then he comes back and he's still not clicking.
No.
Yeah.
This is one you definitely should see on the IMAX. 3D IMAX.
Yes.
This will probably be like the all-time greatest
I regret
3D IMAX.
not seeing this in 3D for our first time because visually this movie was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just freaking stunning.
And I love how they introduced the cloak of levitation on there too. Oh, that was hilarious.
That was amazing. The cloak was a character.
It's got a mind of its own.
It was hilarious. It reminded me like of Beauty and the Beast, only it didn't talk or sing.
Right?
Yep. But it was like a character in of itself in the way that it defended him in that first fight scene in New York when he was at the magic building. What is that place called?
The Sanitarium. Oh. Sanitarium. This movie's got me so tripped out. I'm forgetting everything I know about life now, thanks to this movie. I really, oh my gosh, I'm like fumbling for words, names, characters. It's like, I know this.
Oh, yeah.
But after an acid trip, though.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. Speaking of acid trip, one of my favorite scenes in this movie was probably one of the least acidy trip moments, but it was still like really powerful. It was when the Ancient One took him to Mount Everest and they just teleported there. And she's telling him how he needs to surrender. You know, he's looking at his hands and he's wondering when they're going to get better. And she's like, no. You're like trying to beat up a stream. You're trying to beat up its current. You don't do that. You surrender to the current. He's like, wait, by surrendering I get control?
Yeah.
So she takes him to Mount Everest and then disappears. And so he's got to surrender to get back, which was pretty awesome.
Just dropped him off in the wild and said, figure your way home.
She's
that
like,
was messed up.
At 30 minutes, you'll die of being too cold or something like that.
What did she say? Like, and for you got 2 minutes before you go.
Because he was so not used to it or something. So in 2 minutes, he would just go into shock and not be able to get back. So that was awesome to watch him at that moment kind of have to force. Yeah.
Thinking about his problem.
Yep.
Start thinking about how to get out.
Now, I did kind of want to watch him learn magic more because they had a couple lines where, you know, he's talking about how do I get from here to there? And she said, well, how'd you become a doctor? And he goes, well, years of study and practice. And there's a part of me that would have liked to have seen, like, maybe a little short montage of years go by to watch him do it, but I get it. We need to, we need to get into things. And they did some really funny things with him learning magic, like, you know, creating little dimensional portals in the library and his hands come through and snatch a book.
Snatching stuff,
and like stuff like that was freaking hilarious. I kind of wished we got a little more of him learning.
Yeah. I did like how they kind of reference it, you know, like I have a picture memory, like, so I learned really quick.
True.
That's what helped me become great
at
what I do. You know, so it's like, okay, so he can remember really quick, but still.
But it would have been nice to have just gotten a little bit more of an explanation of that, but I don't know. At that point, I'm nitpicking, because then when the Sanctum gets attacked by Caecilius, the bad guy.
The guy with the eye makeup.
Yes, the what do they call them? The Zealots.
See what I mean? Doctor Strange got everybody tripping.
Zealots.
Like, straight up.
The Zealots. I got it out. That first run through New York City. Holy cow, when they put everything in the mirror dimension and then he was messing up the mirror dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what did you think of him as a villain?
I thought he was okay. What I liked about him is, like, he had a good fight in him. Like, the story about him was similar to Doctor Strange. He came in broken on a stretcher, you know. But he saw something, and he saw something that the Ancient One was hiding.
Yeah.
So he knew there was a greater power than the Ancient One.
Yeah.
And so he wanted to link with that power.
Yeah.
Because she's hiding something, you know. No one likes a secret, you know.
Yeah, so he wanted to get into her private library collection.
And he knew that one book.
Yeah.
That no one is to read, so
he went and got a page out of that book.
Right.
Yeah. It's interesting because I thought he was pretty mediocre overall.
Yeah.
But what you're just saying there, his backstory and how he came to be, I liked it, and it gave Doctor Strange higher stakes because we see that he's kind of on a similar path.
Yeah.
Where he's asking the same questions, he's putting his nose where it doesn't belong, and so since we know this guy turned bad, then we know there's a good chance Doctor Strange could. So I thought it raised the stakes a little bit on Doctor Strange's part, even though it's a superhero movie and we know he's going to be fine. Other than that, though, like, I didn't think he was particularly sinister. I just kind of mediocre.
He kind of just went and did some stuff, but didn't really make you feel like, oh man, this guy's going to destroy everybody.
Yeah, no.
He just seemed like a small piece in a bigger world.
Yes. But what I liked is he admitted he was that small piece.
Yes.
And it was because he was that small piece, he wanted to bring eternity to Earth to live forever. And so I thought he had a really good motivation as a villain. And I could see how in his own eyes, he would think he's a hero and he's doing the right thing.
Yeah.
So I think with that stuff, I think they did a good job.
Yeah, I agree with that. I wish there was more fight scenes with him.
I do too.
He like popped in like, what, 2-3 times?
Yeah.
I mean, the scenes that he was in, though, were awesome.
They were.
Like, where they just keep messing with everything.
Oh, yeah, when they're running through New York in the mirror dimension and everything's folding in on itself and kaleidoscoping. You can see the
Avengers building going
on.
Oh, my it's like, gosh. Oh, man. Like, you're totally messing with stuff, but I wish there was more of him in there, like more of him utilizing his power.
Yeah, and I think, too, that would have helped the ending. Because, as we're saying, we thought the ending happened kind of fast. So at the very end, where they meet the big baddie, who I just refer to as the giant purple head, whose real name is
Dormammu. They say it so much better with those lies.
It reminded me of Star Fox 64. Yes. Remember how you have to fight? Yeah, Andros the head at the end with the head in the hands.
Right, the hand starts flying at you. I love it. Dude,
Obviously.
Play Star Fox later.
We should. I have it on the Wii. We should do it right after this.
Right? Star Fox's life.
Not sleeping tonight.
Nope.
Yeah.
Do a barrel roll.
Do it a barrel roll.
But, yeah, like, even with him, the villain, I was like, all right, cool, now we're going to see something crazy, he's going to destroy the whole Earth, and then, like, Dr. Strange got to try to put it back together, like, what? No, he just messes with his head, and, like, kind of like that, stop hitting yourself,
It was, I mean, it's interesting, because, Doctor Strange shows up in Hong Kong at the other magical building hideout that's there in Hong Kong, and the whole place is blown up. And so then he uses the time spell to start reversing things, which is what he's not supposed to do, but he's doing it to stop the dark dimension from encroaching on the Earth dimension, which the dark dimension is supposed to be the key to eternal life and eternality and all that stuff. Yeah. I don't know. But when he got to the bad guy, when he got to Andros, the big giant floating purple head, and he went into a timeless place and put it on a time loop, like, I thought that was a really cool way to bring a resolution. But at the same time, like you're saying, what we missed was how evil is this guy? Caecilius, right before he got dark raptured up into the dark dimension because of the deal that Doctor Strange made with him. Doctor Strange was like, well, now you're going to get your eternal life, and you won't like it. My only question, how did Doctor Strange know he wouldn't like it?
Right?
Because that's where I'm missing. Like, we didn't get to see...
Did you see into this man's soul?
Yeah. Like, we didn't get to see where... Like, we get it. In the movie, we get explained he's evil, but we didn't really get to see his evil. We didn't get to really see how big and bad his evil can be.
Yeah, we only saw that he's a giant head.
Yes, we only saw...
And it's all wavy and stuff.
Yeah, it was weird.
It was like jelly.
It was like jelly, with eyes.
Yes.
Yes.
Jelly eyes.
It's bad because I thought it was Thanos the first time they were trying to describe him to us.
Well, because of the lines, like how Thanos' face, like the detail of his face, it kind of looked like they were doing, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I kind of thought, is that Thanos through a hologram
That's
or something?
What I was thinking too. I was like, are they referencing that Thanos is coming?
Yeah.
But, no, we already know he's coming. But
yeah.
Especially now we know there's 2 Infinity Stones. So.
Yes. Yes, we got the Time Stone, which was the green stone on Strange's necklace, and then you got the Mind Stone. The Mind Stone on Vision's head. So we got 2 on Earth.
We got 2. The Tesseract's gone, which is good. We don't need that one.
Yes.
That would just cause
the purple one is somewhere in the Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, at the Star Police place.
Yes. Starfleet. No.
Oh, man, we're doing so good with names and places.
I'm telling you, watch this movie because it trips you out.
Oh, my
and then
gosh.
you don't know what to do after that.
Yeah, no, it's just like I'm totally lost. And then you always have to stay for the end credits.
Yes.
The first end credit scene, there's 2, was great. Where we got to see Doctor Strange and Thor having a beer.
Right? It was like... As soon as I was like, who's he talking to? I was like, I know that voice. The only thing I didn't like is like he has a beer instead of coffee. Because Because remember, he's like, this is delicious. Another!
They should have brought that back.
I wish they would have did that, or at least do that with the beer. Like, this is delicious too. Another! But they didn't do that. But it was still pretty funny to see his glass get full again. He's like,
yeah, no, that was kind of funny. But then what they talked about where Doctor Strange is like, So I'm watching interdimensional beings like yourself and those that are a danger. And your brother Loki is here. Are you leaving? And I was like, crap, now I'm more interested to watch Thor Ragnarok.
Dude, they totally just like... Because I haven't really heard anything about Doctor Strange being on Ragnarok.
No,
now,
but we know Hulk is there.
The Hulk is there. Now I'm thinking, how does the Hulk get there? Is it because of Doctor Strange? Does he send him there? You know, does he teleport him there? What?
And we know Thor's in New York looking for Odin, and I'm like, what is Odin doing in New York? But all that does is make me more curious to go, okay, so how did you find out it was Loki and not Odin that was sitting on the throne? And then now you're back on Earth, and how is Odin on Earth? Where's Odin? Like, now I'm 10 times more curious for Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah. Is Odin like a taxi driver? You
Yeah.
know, tour guide? You know, what's Odin doing?
Yeah.
You know, now that he's not ruling Asgard. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then the last end credits with Mordo.
Yes.
That was interesting.
I did not see that coming so quick.
Well, his villainy, like, no build-up, no real transformation to it. It just... So this guy, earlier in the movie, was paralyzed, but learning from the Ancient One this magic to be unparalyzed, but rather than staying there, just went back to his own life. Which was another really cool thing they brought up with Doctor Strange, that Doctor Strange could have used magic to continuously heal his hands and go back to his old life. Yes. But the world would have been deprived of something great, which I thought was a real testament to realizing that life is not about you.
Yeah.
And that was like an awesome theme that they brought into it with Doctor Strange. Anyway.
Yeah, because Doctor Strange was all about me, 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 me.
Yeah.
Even though he acted like he wasn't, but it was totally always about him.
It was always about him.
Then when he finally got it, it finally sunk in when the Ancient One is dying. She dies. And so,
which was a little predictable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit. Although she was awesome in that fight scene.
Oh my gosh. She had 2 fight scenes. The opening scene and then the New York chase. And that was amazing. Yeah,
she just comes out there and they're like, bah, they hit the ground and then she like stops it and reverses it. It's like, oh, dude.
I liked it when they took the little laser whips and, you know, killed everybody else. But no, they just wrap around her and she's like, okay, whoosh, and uses it against them.
She's
it's
a
like...
sucker. I'm the Ancient One.
But Mordo.
Yeah,
that's who we're talking about. Mordo. Who was the Ancient One's right-hand man.
Yeah.
Who became Doctor Strange's, like, good friend.
Right.
And just because Doctor Strange bent some of the rules and used a time spell, which was against nature, all it took was that one time, and now he's against everybody.
Yeah. And now he's sucking everybody's powers.
Yes, because he says there's too many sorcerers.
Right. I guess there is, but still, that's messed up.
That is messed up. But I don't know. I didn't like how fast that happened. I'd like to have seen more. Like, do a whole second movie and let's watch a transformation rather than just now suddenly he's mad.
He's like, hates the world. He's taking his ball and going home, but he's taking everybody.
Yeah. And I get it, though.
But it's like,
I mean, he spent his whole life serving the Ancient One to find out she's lived for centuries because she was drawing from the Dark World, which, you know, he's told is bad, but she was breaking the rules really to try to enforce the rules and doing what she thought was best to do the most ultimate good and not let evil encroach.
Yeah.
So he was disillusioned, and I could get that, but I just felt like, I don't know.
All of a sudden,
we need to see a little more building.
All of a sudden, it's like he had daddy issues. All of a sudden, like,
yes.
He's like, you hurt me deep, and now I'm gonna take everybody's powers away.
Yes.
Everybody.
For whatever reason, I'm worthy to have powers, but I'm gonna go take everybody else's sorcerer powers.
I'm coming for you, Doctor Strange. Whatever, but it's like, okay, so it's gonna build up to something good, something great.
I hope so. Yeah.
You know, we're gonna see how powerful he becomes.
Yep, we got Thor Ragnarok that definitely has Thor and Hulk in it, and now might possibly have Doctor Strange.
Possibly Doctor Strange.
I'm looking forward to that, yes.
So that's going to be interesting. It's going to be awesome. I was really excited to see Ragnarok, but now I'm really excited to see it.
So what letter grade would you give Doctor Strange?
I'd give it an A-. The only reason I wouldn't give it an A+ is because it ended so quickly.
Yeah, I'm going to give it an A- too, because I do want to see it again. I loved it. I just felt like there were certain places I was a little too fast and some places where we didn't get the full gravity of the situation. But beyond that, that's me nitpicking, and I freaking loved this movie.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was great.
It was a good trip of your life.
It was amazing.
It was like Marvel meets Inception meets The Matrix.
A little Harry Potter.
And a little bit of Harry Potter.
There was a little... Yeah. I felt a little Harry Potter-ish at some points with their magical books and language and...
So it's a great combination of movies.
No, it's great.
Yeah.
It was awesome. So, Did you see Doctor Strange? What are your thoughts on this movie? Make sure to let us know in the comments. What letter grade would you give Doctor Strange? While you're there, hit that subscribe button. Be on top of all the new videos coming out here on Durbania. Like Tuesday, got my second Durban experiences. Monday, I'm doing something new called Durban Talks About. And I'm going to talk about, because we got a Wonder Woman trailer, we got Doctor Strange, and so many more superhero movies. What is it about superheroes that we love so much? So I figured that'll be something fun to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, so that's all. Monday, Tuesday, hit the subscribe button. Be on top of all of that. I'm Durbin.
I'm the Cholo Nerd.
Cholo Nerd. Follow him on Twitter. Say hi. All that fun stuff.
Or hola.
Doesn't matter. Hola.
Don't
yes.
matter.
Offer him a taco.
And I'll eat it.
Thank you so much for checking out Durbania.